Hey there, collectors. You know that old binder of Pokémon cards you've got tucked away somewhere just gathering dust? Well, you might actually be sitting on a small fortune. In this explainer, we're going to unlock the secrets to their hidden value. Let's dive right in. I mean, come on. This is the ultimate question, isn't it? Is that holographic Charizard you've held onto since you were a kid just a cool piece of cardboard, or could it be, a down payment on a house? Turns out the answer is all in the details. And wow, what a difference those details make. Just look at this. We're talking about the exact same card from 1999. One is worth about $5, the other over 5,000. The one single reason for that huge gap? It's all about condition. In the collectibles world, condition isn't just important, it is absolutely everything. So how do you get that official verdict on your card's condition? Well, that's where professional grading comes into play. This is the key to authenticating your card, protecting it for the future, and unlocking that premium value we just saw. You gotta think of it like this. Sending a card for grading totally transforms it. It stops being just a piece of cardboard and becomes a certified, protected, and valuable asset. It's not just a collectible anymore. It's a real investment that a global market can understand and trade. Okay, so what does it actually take to get that perfect, game-changing grade? Let's step into the shoes of a professional grader for a minute and break down the 4 key pillars they use to judge every single card. This is where the real science comes in. First up, we've got centering. This is all about symmetry. You see those yellow borders? Are they the exact same width on the left and right and on the top and bottom? A difference of just a millimeter might be invisible to you and me, but to a grader, that's the reason a card gets a 9 instead of that perfect 10. Next, the surface. Graders use these super high-powered lights that reveal everything. We're talking microscopic scratches, tiny scuffs, or even faint print lines that happened at the factory. These are flaws you might not even see with your naked eye, but they're enough to knock a grade down. For a top score, that surface has to be pristine. Then we have the edges. Now this is one of the easiest flaws for you to spot at home. See any little white specks along the edges? That's called whitening, and it's a dead giveaway for wear and tear. For a high grade, those blue borders on the back need to be a solid, clean line of color, no question. And finally, the corners. They are almost always the first victims of damage. A perfect corner needs to be razor sharp, just like the day it was cut at the factory. Any little hint of being rounded, soft, or frayed is an immediate and pretty big deduction from the score. You see, the margin for error at the top is just razor thin. All 4 of those things, the centering, the surface, the edges, and the corners, they all have to be practically perfect to get that coveted Gem Mint 10. It's a game of millimeters. All right, feeling ready to go look through your own collection? Good. Let's talk about the practical stuff. Preparing your card correctly before you send it off is almost as important as the card's condition itself. You really don't want to lose points just because of a simple mistake in handling. Okay, so here are the steps, and you want to follow them exactly. First, inspect your card under a bright light. If you see any dust or a fingerprint, just give it a gentle wipe with a clean, dry microfiber cloth. Then, slide it carefully into a soft penny sleeve. And finally, take that sleeved card and put it into a semi-rigid holder. This whole process makes sure it arrives at the grader in the exact same condition you sent it. So, where do you actually send it? Well, these are the big 3 in the game. PSA is kind of the gold standard, especially for vintage cards, and their graded cards often get the highest prices. BGS is a huge favorite for modern cards because of their detailed subgrades. We'll get to that in a sec. And CGC is a fantastic solid option, known for being transparent and having a pretty quick turnaround. So you've waited a few weeks and then it arrives. Your card is back. But it's not just a card anymore. It's now sealed in a hard plastic case, which everyone calls a slab. Let's break down what all that info on the label means, and more importantly, how it translates into cold, hard cash. And here it is, the payoff, right here on this chart. I mean, look at that jump. A Mint 9 is often worth 10 times more than an ungraded one. But a Gem Mint 10, the value just skyrockets. It can leap exponentially, turning a $50 card into a $5,000 asset. This right here is why grading is so incredibly powerful. Now that slab is way more than just a plastic case. It's a guarantee. It's sonically sealed, which means it's tamper-proof, and it gives the card top-tier protection from stuff like UV light and physical damage. Basically, it's a universal certificate that proves the card is real and that its grade is locked in. The label at the top is like your card's new resume. It clearly shows the final grade, a unique certification number you can look up online, all the card's details, like its name and year, and, of course, it confirms that it's 100% authentic. And if you went with BGS or CGC, you'll see those individual subgrades listed too. And hey, don't sleep on those subgrades. They are a huge deal for a lot of collectors. A BGS 9.5 with really strong subgrades can actually sell for more than one with weaker ones. And the absolute holy grail? That's a black label from BGS, which means perfect 10s on all 4 subcategories. Those are some of the rarest and most valuable modern cards you can find, period. So you've done it. You have this valuable, graded asset. But the job isn't quite over yet. The final step is all about playing the long game, making sure your amazing collection is protected for years, maybe even decades to come. And luckily, preservation is pretty simple. You want to store your slabs upright, which prevents any weird warping over time. Keep them out of direct sunlight. UV rays can actually fade the label. And finally, just try to keep them in a stable, cool, and dry environment. A little bit of care really goes a long way in protecting your investments. And there you have it. We went from a simple question to a deep dive on value, condition, and preservation. The whole process totally demystified. Now, the only thing left to do is for you to go look at your own collection with a brand new set of eyes. So, what treasure is just waiting to be discovered in your binder?